Hey, what's good, y'all? It's Hoodie Desmond. I'm back with another video. I'm getting straight to it. So what made me spark up this idea is that I was watching this dude. I be watching a lot of YouTube videos talking about how to grow your channel, and you know what I'm saying. I was reacting to it, and I got to it. And he was basically like, type up go to ChatGPT, type up your name in ChatGPT. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you post a certain amount of videos, and then type it like, I put what videos would work for Hoodie Desmond YouTube channel, and then it told me based off my last video, well, my last few videos of what I like, which is basically storytelling, which is crazy. I didn't storytelling and gaming. Those are the main two it said I really like doing. So I'm just gonna get straight to it. So story time, and one of the ideas that says it's one of the jobs I thought I would never work in my life was pest control. I thought I would never work pest control ever. You know what I'm saying? Turn this off. I thought I would never work that job ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, never really thought about being a bug exterminator, whatever. Never really thought of doing stuff like that. Then I just one day, I think like a year ago, was it around this? Yeah, a year or two ago, me and my friends were really stressing about getting an internship because like we were going to college for so long. I need an internship because in reality, bro, if you go to college without doing an internship, you kind of just wasted your time. You know what I'm saying? Because that's like the fastest way to get a job. So, I wasted my time doing internships and things of that nature. And I was like, dang, bro, like what am I doing? So we came across this one internship. It was with a company called Anthem Pest Control, and it's probably one of the best pest control companies I ever worked for ever. And it was stationed out in Texas. I never been that far west ever. You know what I'm saying? The closest I've been that far west is probably like Mississippi. That's the furthest. Well, me being old enough to remember. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? I talked to my peoples. I talked to all my family. I talked to everybody, and I was wondering like, hey, bro, like what should I do? Should I do it or should I not? You know, hold on, let me loosen it. This shit is tight. It's super tight. Oh my god, that shit. Oh boy, that joint was tight. So they could basically convince me. And my brother thought he didn't tell me until afterwards, but he thought I was gonna go out there and fail and like come back in like a week or two. But no, I thugged it out. I did it the whole entire time. When I tell you that was the worst experience of my life, that's a story for another time. I'm just gonna stick with just pest control. So with the pest control stuff, it is hard work. That it's okay on paper. Like if I write it down, it's easy. It's tedious. It's easy. It's repetitive. It's the same thing over and over and over again. So what you do, you go to the house, you talk, and I was the initial service. I was the starts, the new starts, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Every company has a different name. I was the very first one, and that's basically like when a lot of companies, your first step into pest control. A lot. Now, the better companies what I work for, which is Arrow, the first thing they start you off with is termites. So you do termites. So you go around checking the termite station, stuff like that. That job was pretty terrible too, but I'm gonna stick with just spraying bugs for now. So 3 out of the 4 companies I work for, I believe, I think 3 of them I only did strictly pest control. You know what I mean? And it's, bro, like every job I got after Arrow and Anthem was just the schedule was just terrible, bro. Like Arrow is 8 to 5, right? That's the schedule, but you're able to clock in and clock out. You basically clock in and clock out when you get to the appointment, but they didn't really care. Especially like my service manager, he told us like he let me get away with clocking in when I got in the truck and clocked out when I got out the truck when I was done working. You know what I'm saying? He let me get away with that. So that's what I was doing. I was really working like 10, 11 hours, but I was getting like 12 and 13 on my shit. You know what I'm saying? And I barely clocked out for lunch because I feel like I didn't really have time for lunch. That's another thing too. Like when you're physical labor, especially if you're out on the road, they give you time to like eat and shit. But like, why would I want to eat for an hour to get home by 8? You know what I'm saying? So I basically, my lunch break was like 15 minutes, and I would do it while driving, which you're not supposed to do at all. I would just eat while driving because I'm like, bro, I gotta get home. I got to get home. I do not want to be here all day. Then I would get home at an amazing time, chill all the way until who knows when, and then get a good rest. And I would hit the gym as well. So that I love that job because it kept me focused. I was single. I was super, super chunky during that time, but I was working out. I was eating fucking healthy as hell. I was just super focused, laser focused, you know? And what made that job bad was not the pest control. It was never the customers. It's just the sales. And I'm going to keep telling you this. A lot of the companies I work for, at 3 of the companies, I did pest control, like the actual going and spraying houses. So, like, when you're initial service, you're connected to the sales. And that will make you hate I'm talking about despise the sales, bro. I hate salesmen now. I hate them because now working with them, I understand how far they will go just to get a paycheck that's not even guaranteed. You know what I mean? You feel me? It's like, and I've done sales. That's actually how I got into pest control. They sold me on the sales position, but what really made me want to do the pest control is the certification, the license, the experience. Like I have experience. Like I'm licensed. Like I know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? That's what sold me. I forgot. Somebody told me just do that. If you can get a license or a certification, or anything, just get it and just put it on your shit. You feel me? So I went for that. So basically, like that pest control, I don't want to talk too much about it because I'm just going to expose it. I'm going to leave that for something completely different, make it a video. But it was bad, but I'm going to just stick with the pest control. Like, when you get there's so many unknowns that can happen while you're working there. I have a fear of spiders. I don't like spiders at all. I hate spiders. And Texas and Georgia has the biggest fucking spiders known to man. You know what I'm saying? So I had to deal with that. And that I'm still afraid of them, but that fixed my fear a lot better. You know what I'm saying? So one thing I wish I knew before is that the hours you work are not guaranteed. The people you work with are terrible people. You are completely by yourself, and you're expendable to a point where, like, it doesn't matter how long you've been there, it don't matter how much your expertise is. There's some dude willing to take your position, and he will take it by any means possible. You know what I'm saying? And your worst enemy on any day. Matter of fact, your worst enemy every day is either management or sales. Because the reason why? Because for some reason, my last job, I worked pest control. The sales were the same level as me, but they were treated higher because they can say whatever they want. But for some reason, I have a camera on my truck that shows everything I'm doing. So you can tell if I'm not doing my job or not. But for some reason, since this nigga said something in front of the camera, and my boss know he's lying, he's going to agree with that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I won't wish that on nobody, bro. Don't work no pest control job. Don't. Like, if I'm being real money-wise, you can make, starting off soon as you turn, because I think I'll be 21 to do it, you can make $60K a year at 21. You can. And it will go up from there. It will go up. Some jobs, the last job I worked at, bro, dudes was coming and complaining, talking about they have not gotten a raise in a few years. And all these other pest controls I work, they've been getting raised every 6 months to a year. So that's the point. I'm like, nah, I'm good. And then companies like Arrow are commission-based. So the amount of houses you do is the amount how much you get paid. There's some dudes in 3 months that get paid $80K, but they're working. And that's just something I just did not see myself doing. I have no problem being working a 9 to 5. There's nothing wrong with the working, man. It just depends on what I'm doing. I done physical labor I have so many jobs in my history where I'm just doing physical labor. I'm just over it, bro. I'm over it. I'll take the boring job over anything, bro. Like, damn, can I really do this for the rest of my life? Yes, you can, bro. You can, especially if it pays decent. You know what I'm saying? And I was just using these jobs really to get through college. That's why I looked at these jobs so differently, because that's the thing about jobs, bro. You walk in, it's orientation. The dude next to you could be 60. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes people be like, man, I don't think I can do this anymore. You know what I'm saying? For real, bro. So, jobs, bro. Like, pest control, it takes a toll on you because the peak time to get paid is during the summer, and you're outside for 12, I'm gonna say minimum 10 to 16 hours a day, and you got to deal with niggas who just don't know what they're talking about, bro. Like, when I tell you sales is the worst part of pest control, you will literally be talking to I got license off this. I took a test. I got license off this, and I know what I'm doing because I've been doing this for a long time, right? You just took the test to get licensed to become a salesman. That's all you did. You did the bare minimum. You literally went over the rules and regulations for the state. You know what I'm saying? I got licensed I did pest control in Texas, and I got licensed in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? So I have about a year and some change on my shit, so I know what I'm talking about. I'll be talking to this customer, talking about, no, I cannot do that. The sales nigga gonna walk up and tell me, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Nigga, what the fuck are you? And then, you know what's crazy? She canceled because of him. You know what I'm saying? Because he kept cutting me off, not letting me explain to this woman what I need to do. And oh my god, I'm finna expose the whole story. So, okay, I'm just gonna tell the story, right? So I went to this lady's house. She had a really, really bad rat infestation. He told her that I can give her a rat bait box and put it inside the house. The problem with that is, no, the most dangerous substance on a pest control truck is the rat poisoning. If you touch it, it can damn near get you sick. Especially if you ingest it, you could fucking die. You know what I'm saying? And another thing about the rat bait boxes, I can't put it inside anywhere because let's say you don't have rats, that will attract rats. Feel me? Because it's bait. They eat it, so they will attract them. You know what I'm saying? So let's say you have a rat infestation inside your house. I cannot put it inside your house. I can put it outside where they lead to. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Try telling that nigga that. He said, nah, he doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm like, nigga, what? You feel me? What are you talking about? And my badge is dangling above my shit saying I've been licensed for a year or two. You feel me? So every time I would try to talk to the customer, he would cut me off. Then, okay, bet. He kept cutting me off. I said, okay, cool. I'm just going to do the service. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do the service. I'm going to come talk to you. I was at that house for like 30 to 45 minutes. And what took me so, it was strict outside service. What took me so long is that she had a bunch of mud daubers nests. Her main concern was the rats, but I had to get rid of the mud daubers. So I took my time with the mud daubers, right? Everything else, spray and you granule. Granule is just when you have like these little pellets and you just spray across the yard. She did not have a big yard. Most of her yard wasn't even, it was just on a hill, I'll say, and it was mostly like dry ground, so it doesn't really matter what I do. The spraying and the sweeping was really important. You know what I'm saying? So I granulated, got that shit out the way. Granulating the easiest shit ever. Spray, got that shit out the way. Then I swept. Sweeping was the hardest thing ever because you don't really know how much webs you have on a. Nobody knows how much webs they really have on a house. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows. You feel me? Because if it doesn't bother, it doesn't bother you. She had a bunch of webs and a bunch of wasp nests and mud daubers nests. She had a bunch of those, so I was knocking them down. Every time I got close to the door, the nigga sat by my truck. Feel me? He was like, hey, bro, can I sit in the truck? I was like, yeah, cool. Only for a few minutes, though. I lied. I told that nigga, well, I lied. I told that nigga, you can have your truck on for 10 minutes. I told that nigga, we can only have the truck on for 5 minutes or we're going to get in trouble and shit. He said, okay, cool. So I let that nigga in the truck for 5 minutes. I'm like, nah, fuck that. If I'm working, nigga, you ain't finna be sitting and chilling, bitch. Go make you some sales. So I walked over there. I got that nigga out the truck. Like, fuck no, nigga. So every time I would walk towards the customer's door, he would step out and come talk and come like, basically try to see what I'm doing, right? So I did the service, and then this nigga started following me around the house every single time I did. Because I was doing a few laps, bro. He kept following me around, following me. I'm like, what the fuck, nigga? He's like, I'm just trying to figure out the service. No, you're not trying to figure out the service. You're trying to see if I'm doing my job right. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a story about this nigga another time, too. He told on me. So I put down the rat bait box. I went to the customer. I explained everything to her. She said, okay, that makes sense. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, if the rat bait box is free. You know what I'm saying? This service right here says he included, it's free, right? So if you want to add another one, that's going to be an extra fee because we can only give one for free. That is on our contract. That's what it says. You feel me? But they don't let you read the contract. They just show you a bunch of they show you 10 digits. 10 bullet points that explain. It doesn't explain it. So I'm trying to tell this nigga that like I'm trying to tell her like what's going on and stuff like that. He just kept cutting me off. I was like, okay, well, I was like, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna let him explain it since he clearly knows more than me. I'm just gonna go to the next house. Thank you. Have a nice day. They're gonna send you an email about a Google review. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. Niggas hated when I did that shit because I don't give a fuck about no Google review. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know, if you can do it if you want to, I'm good. I'm just gonna go. You know what I'm saying? And she can clearly tell I'm frustrated with this man. You know what I'm saying? He was a little ass boy. So I drove off, right? Then you gotta love bosses. Then they call you. They called me talking about this is the boss on the manager side, on the sales side. He called me talking about why did that customer cancel? How the fuck would I know? How would I know why the customer canceled? I did the service, bitch. So how the fuck would I know? You feel me? So I'm trying not to get into a tangent. This is a very long story time. But basically, like, the lady canceled on him because she wasn't provided all the information she needed. In one of the notes that she said, because I can see the notes too, she said that the sales was basically being disrespectful to me. That was the main point why she canceled, you know? And the thing about it is, when you do pest control, all the black niggas are servicing, all the white niggas are selling. So if that don't tell you much about the job, there it is. Like, working pest control, bro, it's terrible. It's horrible, bro. Like, it depends on what your job is. Now, if this is a multi-million-dollar company, I'm talking about, like, how about this? There's two ways you know this is going to be a good company. If they have a month-long training. I'm talking about you're in a class training. Two, if you start off with Centricon or termites. If you start off with termites, and if they have a month-long training where you're inside a building, that's gonna be the best job you ever work in your life. However, if you go to a job and it says you're going to be initial service and it's pest control, you're going to fucking hate it. Because one of the jobs I work for, I work 6 days a week. I only had Sunday off, and it was 8 to 9, 8 to 10. I don't know why we started so late. That was the dumbest shit ever. And we did same days. That's the thing about pest control when you're initial. You do same days. They don't give you a schedule. You know what I'm saying? You do same days. Think about Centricon. You get a schedule. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And then some companies do it based on how many houses you finish or how many hours you worked. You know? So niggas will do fucking 24 houses, for CenturyCon because that's 8 hours right there. Boom, I got 8 hours. I get paid 20 hours. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But bro, like when I tell you, bro, like when I truly hate working pest control, I'm never doing that shit again unless I have to. And I know exactly which route I'm going, you know? This is a very lengthy video. I'm not trying to make it too long. It was just supposed to be me, like, basically, like, this is basically a story time type shit. I'm over physical labor jobs. Nobody should work them, and if you work them, it should be quick and in and out. Physical labor jobs, most physical labor jobs, if it's physically taxing to where like you're doing something, it should be boring. It should be boring. It should be boring and not you know what I'm saying? I work so many jobs, bro. I work so many jobs because I'm in college and going from Georgia to North Carolina, Georgia, bro. I done so much, bro. You know what I'm saying? And now that that's finally over and I have a better job, you know what I'm saying? I just need the start date at this point. I'm so glad because this is terrible, bro. I would if in my opinion, bro, if you're going to get into pest control, know what you're getting into. Do your research. Money wise, let's say you don't do your research and you just go on it. You're going to be making so much good money. It's going to be ridiculous. You're going to make $60K. Even if you don't work 6 days a week. Let's say you work 5 or 4. Depending on your hours, you're going to get overtime every week. Every week you're going to work 60 hours, 45 minimum. You know what I'm saying? You're going to. Especially work 15-hour days. You know, the money is amazing, but it's just not worth it, bro. That's how I'm coming, bro. I don't want to fucking, like, I will work my ass off to get to that check, but I will not kill myself, bro. I was killing myself. Then the management was bad because one nigga tried pressing me, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, story time for another time, you know what I'm saying? So that's it, bro. That's it. Like, if you go get into pest control, bro, just know what you're getting into because this shit is not what you think it is. This shit is not sweet. This shit is not funny. It's not nothing. It's hard fucking work. You're gonna be sweating. If you try to lose weight, you're not just finna be losing weight because you're out there sweating because there's a whole bunch of fat ass pest control niggas. Work out, bro. If you find the time for it, work out because you not, especially some of these trash ass companies. Now, if you're doing CenturyCon and you're working 8-hour days or 10-hour days, you got plenty of time. You got plenty of energy. You're just gonna be exhausted because of like you want to be home. That's the only that's it. When I did say I just want to be home so bad, so I'll get off as early as I possibly fucking can. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, bro, I'm trying to tell you, bro, like. Lock in, bro. If you really want to do this shit, lock in. Just know what it come with. As long as you physically know that this shit is going to be hard, that low-key make it easier. I don't know if that's me, but like I know that this shit is going to be difficult as fuck, but I'm going to do it anyway. That lowers the stress and all that shit for me. You feel me? Like content creation. I know that this shit may take a nigga 5 to 10 years to do this shit for real. That what makes it easy. I think that's why I enjoy making videos, posting it, and just posting bullshit. I post reaction, gaming, and yapping. You know what I'm saying? But that's it. I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you for tuning in for real. Because, man, bro, I'm telling you, bro, be careful with that fucking pest control shit. I'm telling you, bro. But that's it. Like, comment, and subscribe. Some videos will be popped up at the end. Stay tuned to that. Go watch the videos and stuff like that. I got playlists for all this shit and me just yapping. And watch my quality grow. Watch my content grow. Watch all this shit grow. Cause you can literally see me have grown from day one to now. And I've been doing this for 2 months, I think. 1 or 2 months. So hey, stay tuned, man. I'm out. Thank you for tuning in. And I'm out this whole, bro.